something happened. Now it's Nip and Phase and Liquid at the top.
Map ban, so let's put those up on the board and see which maps we're going to be playing on. So, of course, as usual, we have 2 maps that are auto-banned in the lineup. Of course, we're trying to get...
When we have the bans?
Yes, when we have the bans.
There they are.
Here we are. You just have to say, hello, bans, how are you doing? You have to be nice. It's like when you go into your home, it's like, I've missed my house. Thank you for existing.
Yeah, I had that effect when I was coming back from the major. Border, Consulate, Bank, Coastline, Cafe gone. So we've...
Villa.
At least we're not going to get Bank again. It's going to be Villa again. Okay, so 2 banks, 2 villas, and that's LATAM.
And when you have 2 banks, you can buy 2 villas. That's how capitalism works.
That is... If you own 2 banks, assuming that they're moderately successful, I assume that's true. So, there's your map ban phase. Done. Now, we have the map, but we don't have your opinion. Of course, we'll get to that when we get to it.
We're waiting to put all the players in the lobby.
And then we can actually...
As you can tell, we kind of have cues where it's like, oh, we're asking that question, means we're getting ready to go, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, so yeah, I think they have some delay some way or another, which is why we haven't gotten straight into it.
The reason why we got delayed a bit before we started is because apparently on the Brazilian stream, when 2 teams tie, there's an interview with both teams individually. That's something we don't do, but there will
imagine that could take a long time.
Yes, there will be something introduced on a Friday for LATAM when it comes to our stream. So if you're a LATAM fan on Friday, we will have something cool for you to check. I won't be doing that. It'll be with Emzo, so let's see how that goes. Community vote. What do you guys think about this this matchup? 77% for Nip. Not surprising. So...
Wait, is it decided that I'm casting LATAM on Friday? Do we discuss that?
I don't know. Did we?
No, we didn't.
Here we are at this impasse.
77% for Nip is not surprising, considering the fact that they are in 1st place and Elevate is in 8th. That is, I mean, what are you gonna do? Yeah.
It's surprising that it's that low.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would have put it probably a little bit higher. I guess Elevate has some fans. There you go. I mean, okay.
Let's see. It would definitely be a huge upset should NIP tie or lose.
It would change the landscape of the standings.
Yes. Best part for all of this for NIP is that FaZe Clan lost their game. So they don't have to worry about their spot being snatched out should they lose.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's true, but at the same time, you can always put more distance between you and the people on your heels. So, Nip are at 19 points right now. They get a win here, which I think most people expect them to.
22 points.
22.
That's, if you win 2 more games after that, you're pretty much
secured
for Tokyo.
Yeah.
Why do I say Tokyo all the time?
Because you're gonna go to Tokyo, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna be going.
There's no way we'll finally go to Japan, because we've been dreaming about this and we had the conversation 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And here we are going to Japan.
Yeah. And
there is no way we're not gonna go around and visit.
I'm going to Tokyo, and then I'm going to Kyoto, and then I'm going home.
Are you going to the Kyoto? You have all of the old monasteries and temples. No, I'm just gonna spend my time.
I'm gonna have like 4 days in Kyoto and 5 days in Tokyo, I think.
No, I think I'm gonna spend like 8 or 9 days total in Tokyo.
Really?
Yeah.
When are you? I'm leaving on the 21st. When are you leaving?
21st, 22nd. I'm still not booked, but you're looking from Tokyo or Kyoto?
I'm gonna be leaving from Nagoya.
Nagoya?
Yeah,
no. I'm taking a flight from Haneda, Tokyo.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be leaving out when.
Gonna take bullet trains and eat a lot of great food.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Ramen and we're gonna have a lot of okonomiyaki. We'll definitely try it.
And it's gonna be
takoyakis are so nice.
And Japanese obviously, Nip are also that team over there. They're daydreaming the same way we are about visiting Japan, and that's why they're in 1st right now.
Imagine Julio Naruto running his way through Japan.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
It'd be hilarious.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
It would be hilarious. He puts on those glasses.
It'd be very cringe.
It'd be hilarious.
For some people, yes. Those who like that kind of comedy, yes.
You watched the Area 51 thing?
With the guy behind the newsreel? Yeah, I watched that.
There's like 5 people that showed up to the... that really defines the generation.
It's the internet, man.
But at the same time, you're like, yeah, no... idiot, only an idiot would go to Area 51 and try to do that sort of stupid thing, right?
Oh, come on. That's unfair to the 5 people who went.
Well, they were going there just to watch it.
Probably the memes, yeah.
For the memes, that's literally why everything happens.
Yeah, the whole thing was memes.
Yeah, so it's Villa.
Obviously.
We really hope that this time there's no for the memes plays where, hey, let's just play with one Heart Breacher when all 3 are available.
I don't think that was memes. I think that was just not an abundance of thought.
Look, man, let me believe what I want to believe.
Okay.
It's alternative fact here.
all right.
This is how we're running the show.
Sounds good to me.
And on top of that, I just really want to see if you're going to have open spots, so many open spots around your defense, you should at least be looking at them every now and then to not get flanked, especially if you're playing Aviator Game Room. We have learned very quickly that Mira isn't actually that great of an operator when you play her on Aviator Games Room.
It depends on where
easy to counter.
It depends on where you put her. Depends on how you play her. Depends on how it's being countered.
There's so many variables that it's just much simpler to deal with her. But yeah, we'll see how this thing goes. NIP are starting off on the attack, which should give Elevate an advantage early on. So,
yep.
There's that going Elevate's way. We start off with our operator bans, and it's Elevate that'll go for the first strike. On attack, well, we see a Jackal ban.
Heart Breacher ban.
Heart Breacher.
Thatcher, maybe. Please not a Thatcher.
It's
okay. This is going to be a Thatcher ban, which means that everyone's going to treat reinforcements like they cannot be touched. That's what happened last time. Last time we saw Villa, Thatcher was banned, and both teams, when on attack, treated the reinforced walls like they were impossible to open. Even though Maverick wasn't banned. Jackal's going to be the ban there, like you predicted.
He's such a great operator.
He is, yes. Very versatile. You can use his smokes to cover for plants. His gun is amazing. He's a 2-hour 2-speed, which makes him flexible. And he has this thing where he can, like, ping somebody constantly.
Shotgun as well for soft destruction.
I even forgot the shotgun.
He's just so good.
Yep.
So there we go. Echo ban, not so super surprising. Mira at the end, or Maestro, one of the other. It'll be the Mira.
Okay.
Expected there. Makes sense. But here we are.
Mm-hmm. So ban phase done.
Yeah.
We've got a pretty standard set here and a little bit of a buffer. Thatcher is going to be the big thing here because I'm just wondering which one of these teams is going to be able to be like, hey, you know what we could do? We could bring a Maverick and substitute for the Thatcher on the hard destruction and then open up the wall after the Maverick makes it so they can't deny us opening the wall.
Yeah, so technically Thatcher isn't going to be that big of a thing because it's not even here. The big thing is going to be what do we do with it? Do we just bring them more hard destruction as you were saying? Please 6-pick to the Maverick.
Nope.
No, it's
well, they need an IQ too, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean,
both would be good.
The Echo is banned.
IQ is still good. I think Valkyrie's going to be played.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
By attackers.
Okay.
We're going to buffer with the video.
It's I don't know.
Yeah, so I like the Zofia pick in general. Having the buck is great because you can just obviously buck people out of that strong position that we talked about before. That super tough, indestructible piece of hardware at the bar on A, much easier to deal with when you are bringing the buck. Now, NIP are running Gohan, by the way, for people that have not noticed.
Yeah.
He is on the squad now.
Mm-hmm.
He was a change only announced like a week or 10 days ago.
So I guess he's back.
Yeah. Great place.
Congratulations to him. On A3, instead of the DMR shotgun on Zion. That's interesting.
Unusual, that's for sure, just because you have so much power with the TCSG.
Yeah.
And the ability that we talked about this before, you get shot once with that shotgun, you're down to 25 to 30 HP, and you're gonna die pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So
it is a very influential shotgun when you can land the shots, even if you're not hitting headshots. But that's the thing is you don't have to, I guess, hit headshots. It's very much a body shot weapon. So.
And the fire rate is so high on it. You
yeah.
Really abuse the cap.
The fact that you can just keep spamming away with it is really nice.
But hey, here we are. Gohan. on the buck. Goes for the burst repel, the standard EU strategy.
Is this his first game back in a while, huh?
Yes.
So
It's been since Invitational 2019.
a lot of judgmental eyes on him right now, I'm sure. See how he manages. Free fire goes out there. The Prisma going to give away Gohan's position. Being known, he's a little bit exposed. Mighty's going to take down Psycho. One of the typically premier players on Ninjas in Pyjamas.
So calls are out there, and Biddy has been dropped to the floor. I'm not sure. Actually, does he have a tiny bit of health left? I can't tell. He does. Okay, he's still alive. Man, count your graces. Grenade will be thrown in as Kamikaze will find Cypress, so he'll take down the Jaeger. But Kamikaze with only a tiny bit of HP exchanged. There's a lot of pressure being put in from Elevate to hold on to the bedroom, but Middy still alive will find the kill on Muzi. It's great here for Elevate as the player with low HP, especially the alibi that kind of gets redundant later on in the round after the utility is deployed. Stay alive. Do as much damage as you can, and if you die, it's okay. Julio will find Middy. There you go. That's all you needed. And the camera will be hacked. It works, and Kamikaze finds one on Zion as well. Now that is the big pick. Julio now is the player that's on low HP and will be pushing in, really even being the spearhead for his team. I'm not sure if he still has any grenades left. Or if he's even running them. I assume everybody that's playing Dokkaebi now is going to just switch over the grenades, right?
I mean, I don't know. I personally have been using mostly smokes, and it depends on the situation. The grenades are good at one thing, smokes are good at another. They're both very useful, but he is using those nades, indeed. As weird as it is to see Dokkaebi with nades. 20 seconds left in this round for Nip to make the attack happen into the site, and they've got the man advantage, but Julio being so low might not matter. Quick peek for the information. The wide peek from Lev, try and trip up his enemy. He does successfully pull that off. So he wins the gunfight. It's all on Julio. Sliver of HP and Dream. He pushes in. It's unlikely to work in his favor. He gets one, though. Can he get another? Answer, no. Lev finishes it out. Elevate will take round number 1. Solid defense there from Elevate. Mostly, I would say it comes down to Mighty's excellent hold on Trophy.
Yeah.
Managed to put 2 together and delay for a really long time. Props to him for that. And, yeah, we'll probably go to Trophy next, since they were defending Games Room there.
So now, Clash being played out. Is she going to be stuck? No, let's expect to the Ella. You've seen Ella actually do quite a bit of work today between Bank and Villa.
Been a popular pick. Shotgun on Ella, specifically. But you can pretty much run either one. The Scorpion was good on Villa. Shotgun good on Bank. We aren't going to be seeing Villa or Bank for the next couple play days, probably. Or at least not the next play date for Latin America. Trophy being the next defense. This is your pretty standard site. People are comfortable here. That last round was, I mean, mostly came down to the straight up engagements. Hard destruction, not a factor, again, which is weird.
There was no pressure at all from the study.
Yeah, that's true. And no walls attempted to be opened, nothing.
There was a time that we saw a lot of teams kind of take control of 90 and then open up the wall into the gun vault. And I kind of would like to see that come back for this, for an Aviator Game Room take.
Yeah, no, it would be interesting if we actually, maybe we saw them make a return, that's for sure. I don't know.
Just these are like, we're hoping for the change, I guess, in strategy, because teams on the attack today have kind of been falling into the same trap when it comes to Aviator and Game Room take.
The way that they're attacking is really weird.
Yeah.
I'll put it bluntly. They're not bringing the right tools for the job every time, and it's weird. Gohan will trade back after Zion eliminates Psycho. Nip keep themselves in this, but Gohan lost a lot of HP to make that happen.
Now, there's still a player here in Astronomy, and you're looking for a drone. There we go, and it gets shot. So Hellraiser is going to be spotted. Going to need the breaching round, and that's fire into default position. Will do half damage to the Ella. So well placed as the Ella fell back for just a moment. No grenade being thrown in here, but Hellraiser's dropped down on the floor and is trying to engage. Flashbang right above his head, and there's Kamikaze to find him as he just turns around the corner and peeks around from the bathroom. And this is why we were talking about the Maverick so much in the previous match. It will just help you to assault. Open up these tiny holes, make sure you use that to your advantage, and there's the Clyde watching, fire into him, runs away for just a moment, but NIP are definitely in control of the map.
Yeah, that Maverick hole is going to work a lot in cutting off the rotation, so Ninjas in Pyjamas now have a strong boon here, but can they use it enough to their advantage to win the round? Is Elevator doing a decent job of delaying this attack from Master? Ozzy has pushed his way up to the Master doorway. He's trying to get aggressive, but since he's been droned out, he'll fall back. Definitely the smart call. Rotation cut off thanks to that small hole. That's all that's necessary. You don't need any more than that. You don't need a rotation. You just need to deny the defenders their own rotation. So, job done. Now we're taken to Astro. No one can retake onto you, at least not easily. We need to get into Statuary Trophy, though. They've got 30 seconds to make that happen. There's nobody there, Kamikaze. The wall's open. You opened it yourself, and he'll go down to somebody somewhere else. It's Cypress, in sight, doing work. All on Julio now. 20 seconds to make this happen. Ooh, a free kill awaits him, and he gets it. There goes Cypress, not aware of his angles. The same way that the Maverick of Kamikaze wasn't, but Mighty certainly is. And Elevate take 2 in a row.
Got close. Much closer than we had even in the first round, but Maverick hole certainly helped. It was not enough. The early pick on the Jaeger would have been great.
It would have been fantastic.
It hit, but there was just no capitalization on top of it to try and go a bit further with it. But here we are. We stand after the first 2 rounds are done, and we'll get close to our third one. Dokebi hasn't really done much work. You've had the calls. Actually, Dokebi has been played a decent amount of times today, but I don't know if she's been doing as much damage as you'd expect. Kind of been off solo or back in the support role, which is really what Dokebi does, right? You go for the calls, you get information, you support your teammates pushing in, you hold long angles, and sometimes you'll be rushing with that CZ75 in hand. Great, does a lot of work. But that might not be the answer, as NIP yet again will be bringing a singular hard breacher. So it's still the Habana, and this time the defense is downstairs, actually. So odd that we are seeing the site here in the living room. It's not something that usually gets played often, but hey, here we are. It's kind of a hit or miss, but I've seen a lot of teams running it with, whilst defending as piano, having it as a hard point, and even with 1 or 2 players at the top floor, it very much is doable.
I think it's one of those sites that's pretty spread out, right?
Yeah, it's like playing open area on bank.
Yeah, so you can make it work for you if you, as a defensive squad, spread out and you make that somehow, you know, comfortable. Well, I'm sure that Mighty will be comfortable. You see lays on the ground for the rest of the round. Now he's just be on cam duty. Call it what he can for his teammates over the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Cool thing about Comp Siege is that when you die, you're actually still useful and you help your team. Gohan pulling a really old diamond charm, I believe that is. He'll be trying to take in through bike by himself. See if he can actually make that happen. He's droning himself in, so it's going to be a slower attack for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Togepi phone call comes out here, and all on Elevate will be a little louder. Lev does get a kill onto Psycho, though, from below. The C4 works out. So far, Elevate have looked really strong on defense, and I mean they're very close to finishing out a perfect cycle here, 3 in a row. See if they can make that happen. Ninja in Pyjamas trying to clear in from everywhere at once, and that's going to be a successful engagement for Julio. As Zion hits the floor, suddenly Ninjas in Pyjamas looking much stronger. Uzi's going to go down, though, to Cypress upstairs, so back and forth continued. Takes 2 to tango. As Elevate is proving here, they are a suitable partner. definitely going a lot closer than I think most people expected so far.
Ah, the flick doesn't connect, though, from Hellraiser. So Gohan is ready for him, and this might just be the round that NIP can try to bring it back.
And that was a definition of a misplay there by that mute. Completely unnecessary to run out in a 3 versus 3. You don't need to regain the man advantage. You're not so in the lead that you can just stomp them. That was pretty much that was a pretty big choke there from the mute. 50 seconds left for these last two defenders. Still winnable for Elevate, just a little bit more difficult. Two attackers stacked up on that bathroom window. That is not advisable, as it is an easy choke point for Cypress to hold. Obviously, they could get past him, though, as they've droned him out. They're going to play the angle, look for the fight. Not going to get it. Cypress playing a little bit safer. Nade goes out, try and kill Cypress, but he's a dock, and it's actually going to be Kamikaze to get that kill, leaving just the Valkyrie. And goes down to Julio. Nice take there from Ninjas in Pyjamas, all off the back of that, well, pretty much that choke from the mute. Or I guess more like a throw, really.
Yeah.
He vaulted outside and died, because he didn't need to do that. He never needed to do that. He could have just stayed in sight, helped his teammate hold. Done deal. But that's the first round for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Made it happen.
So it will be played again probably here in Aviator Games Room. I assume the L will be 6 picks. Yeah, there we go. It's the Alibi again.
Okay. Alibi's back.
So they're going to play that same hold, denying and was putting pressure. So the whole idea with it is the attackers will need to take control of bedroom at some point in time. You can't leave just that entire area clear for the defenders to play around with, right? Because then they can roam downstairs and have a clear exit back to the top floor. 2, actually. So you put pressure from there. You have one person in trophy, maybe somebody else as well supporting him that's playing in marble. That's why you see reinforcements on the bedroom wall, even if it's a defense in Aviator Games Room, because you don't actually need that many reinforcements on either Aviator or Games Room. So it's all right. You can sacrifice a couple or 3 reinforcements, in this case 2, which is sensible. No, 3, actually. There you go. So all 3 will be used up here by Elevate to defend the bedroom wall, which means a pretty big hold on the bedroom side, which explains why you see both the Bandit and a Qaed in play. So support Midi as much as you can, give him information, and make sure he stays alive.
Gotta say, I think Elevate's the right... they're in the right mindset here when it comes to the double breach denial. With the Thatcher ban, that is why you ban the Thatcher, but not why you peek down the staircase like that. Psycho, nice pick there onto Zion, holding an angle, waiting and expecting Kaid to go wide as he did. Kind of a puzzling decision there by Zion to get that aggressive, but hey, it happens. Good positioning from Psycho, ultimately, is really why they managed to get that. Ninjas in Pyjamas now with a one-man lead, and they're going to be able to turn that possibly into another round win. They can get the rest of these rounds on attack, then that's a really comfortable first half. That's just how Villa plays out. Elevate, though, proving themselves capable those first 2 rounds, so they can keep that ball rolling. We'll have a good, I think, overall match. Julio knows where the Valkyrie is. He saw him on drone, and he holds the angle, gets the shot. Love goes down.
Might be another run for NIP here. That's a good roam clear, and Psycho's watching for any rotations by the back stairs. So the main stairs here. That's 1 stun, and that should force the defender back. Assume that's Midi still playing in this position. Oh, there's the alibi. Oh, Cypress right in the face, and the second as well on the Bandit. Psycho, well done there to eliminate him. And Midi's the last alive. He's going to be hurt, and there's all 5 players from NIP with a minute 10. This round is all but over. Sprays through the wall, but there's so many reinforcements to block him as well. Turns in, but a flawless round from NIP. Psycho gets the 3K. That's all that's needed.
Very clean there from Psycho and Ninjas in Pyjamas in general. Flawless round indeed. So, okay, Nip starting to come alive a little bit here. And that was on the gaming defense, too. It's pretty well done. Or games defense, I should say. Don't know why I wrote it down as gaming. It'll be games again. And, okay, so that last round mostly comes off of the main staircase and how Elevate tried to play around the main staircase without actually holding the main staircase. They gave away the initial pick to Psycho on that very staircase at the very beginning of the round. Following that, when Psycho pushed up, there was nobody actually holding it. And they all had their backs to him. Free kills for Psycho. He manages to round it out, pushing into the site and taking out the last player. But most of the casualties there for the defense around the main staircase, because I guess there wasn't adequate cover. Definitely a curious round there for Elevate and how they decided to try and hold that. You don't have to hold the top of the main stairs. You don't have to hold study. You can just play inside.
You can play inside, but
especially with double hard breach now.
Yeah. At some point, this is kind of a play from NIP to learn from their mistakes a few rounds ago. To say, you know what, we got pressured when we were trying to get into bedroom. Let's just not do that. And we'll try to come in from opposite end. Oh, I guess. Hey, we're back.
We're back.
We had a remake, and we didn't get a call.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for? We are...
Is it me you're looking for?
I can see it in you. Are we going to sing?
I don't know any more. I don't know any more words to that, but yes.
We're going to karaoke in like 10 days if you'd like to join.
Are we really?
Yeah. Actually, our producer is taking us to it.
Maybe. Abruptly, we are back to us.
Yes.
And don't know what's going on exactly, but we'll get back to the match whenever we have it.
Apparently, one player does not have any sound.
Okay.
So they got the okay now to remake.
All right then. So it's happening, yeah.
Yep, it is happening. Everybody's rehosting. So here we go. It was start of round 5. Elevate still on the defense. Our observer will input everything here before we get ready to get back into game.
So it'll be a while.
Yeah.
Maybe we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I like the bandit play. Unfortunately, NIP completely bypassed it. Like saying, you know what, we're just not going to touch that part of the map.
Well, NIP bypassed it because Elevate allowed them to. Elevate played a lot of players by the main stairs. All those players got picked off.
Julio's pick.
It was Julio's pick at the beginning of the round?
He found, well, that was the second kill that they got. It was the first one that I don't remember how they got it, but the second one that really cleared the roam and all of that sort of potential.
I think it was Psycho.
Killing the Valkyrie. And once Julio pulled that off, it was done. The only two solutions for Elevate were we play outside of the site or we play in it. And unfortunately, they were kind of split on it. 2 players played outside, and by one stack, they stacked together. And the Zofia won the gunfight against both of them, which was just, how does that even happen?
Well, they weren't really fighting back that much, to be honest.
No, they were trying to run away.
Yeah, they were trying to run away. They were also trying to challenge the people in study. Just in general, I mean, Psycho came up with the right time, right place, right moment, right everything. And he made it work. He made it happen. So it was just it was good coordination by NIP, but it was also poor coordination by Elevate. They didn't need to be playing top main stairs, man. They didn't even need to be playing bot main stairs where they lost their first player at the beginning of the round. The whole thing was just a mess.
So
the dual hard destruction denial, play in sight, or roam downstairs. I don't know.
So here we are. We're getting ready to start off round number 5. We're getting all the players back into the lobby, but the gist of the whole thing is, as you said, you're playing double denial for the heart breach. Stay inside of the site. Don't worry about taking gunfights. You're trying to use the bandit for gunfights. Leave that until later when he has to do it. You know, you don't have to force him to stay in that position. Well, midway through the round, how do you change this? Do you go back to Aviator Games Room if you're looking at it at the Elevate? Do you think that, okay, we were the ones that really messed up, so we can afford to replay that site? Because now it's a 2-2.
Yeah, I would replay games. Off of the back of that round, if it were my team, I'd be like, guys, let's just not hold top main. Play it safe. Maybe C4 from below, but, you know, in sight. Let's just play in sight for the most part. Maybe one roamer max.
Yeah.
And then see how that plays out. That's, if I were IGL, that's the call I would be making, but I'm not, so. They've got time to make that call now. They've got time to think about what they want to do because of this rehost.
And the round had already started, so you have to remake with the same operators.
Yeah.
You can 6-pick to whatever, you can start with whatever operator you want, but by the end of the 6-pick phase, you have to have all the same. You got it?
I got it.
Oh, dude. Dude, that's good aim.
Yeah. Our mosquito friend Dave was here for a while.
Yeah, he was floating between us.
Gonna get an F for Dave. But yeah, the match so far has been. First of all, I just want to say I'm impressed by Elevate. They've been managing to make some rounds happen here, and yeah, it's granted it's on defensive Villa, but it's against Ninjas in Pajamas,
Which is
should be winning.
Yeah.
So like just outright should be winning. I mean, you look at the standings, you look at this match, and you think to yourself, "Oh, that's a stomp. It's done. It's done." It's not yet. So that's good. If Elevate can get 3 rounds first half, they're looking all right. If they can get 4, then oh wow.
That's where you should be sitting. If the closer the two teams are, the more chances are that the defense would be netting a round or 2 extra, because inherently the defense kind of has an advantage built into the game and how it is.
Well,
So-
especially on Villa.
On Villa, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why we're saying if they're close, maybe it'd be a 3-3, but because it's Villa, you're kind of expected to have a 4-2 if the teams are pretty close between one another.
I still think that Nip can pull a 4-2 out of this on the attack.
I believe so as well.
If they pull a 4-2, if Nip manage a 4-2, then this should be over. But we're not there yet. That last round was very telling, though. That last round was a lot of mistakes by Elevate, and there was the capitalization by Ninjas in Pajamas. They punished them for it. Or Nip punished Elevate for it.
Yep.
So that doesn't always happen. Lots of times, like we've had matches today, not gonna name names, where we had mistakes made and no punishment for those mistakes. So good job to Nip. I gotta give them some applause for being able to punish Elevate for overstepping.
Yeah, which is what you'd expect of a team like NIP. We are back, and ops are in place. I guess all the numbers were dialed in correctly, which means we head into the round here, back on Aviator Games Room. As you mentioned, if you're IGL of Elevate, you call for that, and then you continue to move through it.
Yeah.
So, understandable.
Alrighty then, back into the match. 2-2 currently. If Nip wins every single round in this first half, then they are looking,
Bombs as they can.
well, free and clear. That would end them in 4-2. Well, it's not a sure thing, though. Elevate have been having decent rounds. Decent. They did win one of their game's defenses. Lost the more recent one, though. I expect Elevate to make significantly less oversteps in this round, and they'll probably be able to secure it. But that's not a guarantee. If they do win this, they will be able to go to Trophy for the final site in this first half, and that would be very comfortable for Elevate. They did actually win their Trophy defense, so that would be good for them.
5 seconds left.
They are getting aggressive yet again. Okay, so there's only 1 anchor currently, and yeah, we're still in the prep phase, just going into the action phase, but still, setups there. All right, no. Oh, wow. Already falling back. All right. It's all over the place here for Elevate.
I'm kind of unsure of how to treat this. Guess they need a bit more info on NIP. But Nipper definitely putting a lot of effort on the bottom floor here to clear. You see Psycho being kind of the spearhead of it, penetrating through in by the side kitchen, or the small kitchen area here, back into piano. There's a drone in front of him, so it's giving him information. He's not going in blind, which is always good. And here we go. Lev actually finds the kill on Gohan.
Speaking of going in blind, Gohan likes to drone his way in through bike by himself. He's done that a couple times now.
Every round.
Yeah, pretty much every round. Lev has figured that out. And so as soon as the window broke, he vaulted out and killed Gohan, because Gohan would obviously be on drone because he's droning for himself. So that is one of the reasons why you do not drone for yourself whenever possible.
Oh, he finds another one. So even though Psycho had a drone in front, still dead. Muzi finds Cypress though. So it's the Jaeger eliminated, and the call will come out from the Valkyrie. Oh, that's a tight angle that Lev is holding. So the instant you go for it, oh, what a shot coming around from behind. Kamikaze, everybody from NIP cornering. Lev on his own and taking him out.
That was a really good recovery there from Nip. It looked like Lev was going to be able to secure that round by himself. But Nip, credit to them, and coordinated and consolidated and forced everyone onto the Lev take. They came up from every single angle. He was trapped, couldn't get any more players out of it. Mighty, though, at the top of Astro Stairs. It's going to take down Muzi because not enough information in Astro to make that push happen. Mighty is on a roam. I guess they just didn't expect it in a 3 versus 3. Well, Expect the unexpected, I suppose. Nip are going to decide to rotate now. They don't feel comfortable taking up the main stairs, so they're moving over to the red stairs, which is possibly more open. And they have to worry about Mighty a lot more on this side of the map, though.
Julia comes up from behind. You see there's a drone right in front, but you got to be watching. Is there still the alibi behind you? You're going to have to go for it. The site should be open at this point in time. You see grenades and such being cooked around. That's a CZ 75. Oh, what a shot from Kamikaze. Gets the bearing 9 hit on the Zion. Nitro Cell will miss, so he stays alive. Oh, Julio, the headshot dirty on the Mighty. But Hell, Hellraiser. He's going to have to raise Hell for this. Goes in for the reload as Kamikaze has penetrated through the defenses. He's going to be able to put that diffuser down. He's behind a lot of cover. A grenade thrown in, and the mute's position is already known. He'll take a tiny bit of damage. He turns around. He does a tiny bit more to Julio. He's going to go for the 1v1 fight in from behind. Wow. This was so smart from Kamikaze to rotate around and use the fact that there's a fully reinforced wall to his advantage to put that diffuser down behind the indestructible bar.
Overall, just a really good execution from Nip. A beautiful retake in the round. It was all but lost. After Gohan got picked off early, Lev got another one on his roam downstairs. I mean, they couldn't even take up main stairs, man. Why? Because there's a player at the top holding it well. And just in general, Elevate. Good start to the round. Ninjas and Pyjamas, beautiful clutch in the end. They really should have been able to win that. You gotta lay a little bit at the Elevate's feet, but mostly just good retake there from him.
Yeah. Though Gohan was a bit predictable in the beginning, I guess this is what Elevate are learning from. And as you said, we're really impressed with the way that Elevate are able to coordinate and learn from what NIP are doing to counter them. So
yeah, Nip are doing great. To get 3 rounds?
On attack, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So now, what does Elevate do? They go on to Trophy, and they'll play in Marble.
Elevate's doing great, too. I mean, honestly, both teams, this is pretty...
Good game.
It's a good game, yeah. We've seen some decent setups from Elevate. They're definitely making a lot more mistakes than Nip. But overall, like, this could still go either way. If Elevate ended in the 3-3, then...
Yeah.
It's recoverable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doable.
But if Nip can pull out that 4-2, oof. That would be such a hard result for Elevate in the first half. They're supposed to have a strong advantage here, and currently they're losing.
Yeah, and I say strong advantage because of the fact that Thatcher is banned. Same for the Jackal. Oh, what a kill on the Zofia. Lev just kind of moves up and gets the kill with the mute. It's good from NIP to realize that they need to pressure from the opposite end of the map and push into the walk-in office. The office here is Study and Aviator Games Room, but Elevate just put the roam play where it needed to be, and they sniped one player off. The Zofia is low, or the Ala is low in HP here, as the Zofia gets sniped off. Same for the Dokebe as the call has come out. There's no follow-up on it. And NIP remain on the rappel. Damage done to Lev, but he's still alive. We're so close.
Nope. A lit mute is better than no mute, so Elevate definitely still much more comfortable in this round than I would have expected. The roam clear from Nip has been all right, but not fantastic. Obviously losing so many players. Getting up to the site now, and they've still got roamers downstairs. It's Mighty who could come up at any moment by red stairs, main stairs, and flank them.
Yeah, both Lev and Mighty have been playing this roam game so well today.
Yeah, that's true. There's only one person on the master take. That's Gohan, who's been doing kind of a solo thing this whole match. Now, if he can work some magic by master, that could be the trick. That could be exactly what Nip needs to bring this round back, but it just doesn't seem likely. A lot of the solo endeavors he's been going on to have not been working out great so far.
Ooh, NIP have already penetrated into Marble. They can go and plant. They have support. So is there any information to be relayed in? They can get a close angle. Muzi hits the headshot. Nitro Cell misses from below. A huge opportunity for NIP, and missed by Elevate. Now you need to watch the island drop here, and oh, shotgun from behind. Lev will get one, Muzi the second, Gohan for yet another, and it leaves only one alive. It's Mighty. He's got his goo mines. 2 of them that had not been used. Oh, so close to losing the fight.
Uh-oh.
Gohan watches one angle. It can go either way in Gohan. The one bullet required as the Legion goes down. A round that got way too close for comfort, and even with Elevate's early picks, still not enough. NIP get it off of their experience. 4-2 at the half. Yee.
That's true. It was definitely experience and good positioning there. Gohan actually managed to make that master take work great for his team. Mostly I'm going to credit that round to, or I would personally credit that round to the great efforts of the other two attackers coming in to the site. Kamikaze got that plant, did a great job of it. Psycho, I believe it was, who was covering him. So, or either no matter who it was, Nip, good recovery. Because that round was pretty much over for a while there. Elevate, you gotta really point a finger at their lack of ability to deny basic plants. For example, the Mozzie, he's got a C4, right? Playing in trophy. Instead of peeking wide into statuary, what he could do is throw his C4 over the gap of trophy into statuary and then deny the plant. I know. That's crazy. I mean, he's got a lot of other options. Obviously, hindsight 2020, as we always like to say, but he's got a lot of other options other than just peeking wide like that. Didn't work out great for him. And the other C4 from, I'm guessing, the mute didn't land, unfortunately for him. It was a nice try, though, to deny. But Nip, a 4-2 attacking half. This should be over.
10 seconds to insertion.
Should be.
5 seconds to go.
Should be. That's really the big thing. NIP
Words.
Should they win here, it will give them a massive boost. They're already pretty far ahead from the competition, especially after phases lost today to Liquid. But winning here means that NIP would be sitting pretty. They would be 5 points away from FaZe Clan. So it builds even more distance. It gets them closer to Tokoname. It's very much doable. If you're an NIP fan right now, you're feeling good about this team.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Nipper looking strong. Gohan doesn't seem to have fully... Either he hasn't fully integrated into the team yet, or they have him on a specific role that doesn't involve hands-on, like, well, much teamwork. But he's been doing a lot of solo stuff on the attacking half. And I don't know if that's going to work for them always. For this match, it has managed to net them a 4-2 the first half, so that's, hey, you know what? Take it. Now, moving forward, on this defense of the Games Room Bar and Aviator, Elevate have yet to get anything open. They've brought a Thermite, no Maverick.
That Nitro Cell was odd. That's an ADS you don't usually see.
Yeah, looking for a freebie. It did get a freebie.
There's no air jabs left. So
yeah,
last one that could have held on to 90 is no more.
It's a really big ADS there in an odd spot. Maybe deeper understanding there from Nip. They have actually opened the wall, it looks like. Didn't quite catch it, but it looks like default wall onto the bar is open. Yes, indeed. So they don't even need the Maverick. There was only a mute jammer, no bandit. Kai didn't make it happen, so there you go. Julio is going to take down Almighty. So while Elevate have opened the wall, Nip are still looking strong.
Yeah, he went around the corner and went for the gunfight top of the stairs. It's not something you're supposed to win. Let me add that. But he did, which is great now for NIP. It reduces the man count for Elevate and also makes sure that those grenades that Buck would have loved to use later on are just no more. Was he looking to turn around the corner as Kamikaze has actually gotten the kill on Lev. Great positioning on the Maestro, which is really a standard spot here at the end of the hallway, but it makes it really difficult to deal with it at distance. If you don't have the utility for it, Muzi will find one more on Hellraiser. Leave Zion and Cypress alive. Zion finds one on Julio with no air jabs left. He's already used them close up to where the attackers are setting up to move now. In the study, Gohan finds Zion as he saves his teammate from death. But Gohan sprays again for the second. And the Alda does the work. It's Elevate down and NIP find another round.
It's looking like a close match here right now. Gassan and... Or not a close match. Sorry. A one-sided match is what I meant to say. As we go up to 5-2. Elevate got 2 rounds at the very beginning of this match and have since not done much at all. Hate to see it, but it does happen. Trophy room, statuary room. Next defense here. Nipper going on the standard site rotation. Rightfully so. It's all been working for them so far. That last round, you know what? I think, hang on a second. I think of the 2 Villa maps we have seen played today, that was the first time that the bar wall was open. Am I wrong?
Defenders,
Maybe the
protect your
second?
bombs from being defused
I know that
by
the mirror
attackers.
windows got opened, right?
Yeah,
The mirror
and then there
windows.
was a buck that opened the soft wall next to it.
Because it didn't reinforce it one time.
Yes.
Yeah.
They never
If you,
reinforced it.
if you count that, then it's the second. But other than
When it comes
that,
to hard breach,
yeah, I think that's the first time.
yeah.
So we have played, let me see, 12. Okay, we've played 17 rounds of Villa. And that was the first time that wall got opened up by hard breach.
10 seconds to go.
All right,
5 seconds remaining.
on the 18th round, we will be seeing trophy defense,
Attackers
thermite brought, and no other hard destructors. Do have the buck, so denial can be dealt with. Youth jammers and Kai electrocause from below can be destroyed if he decides to go below. Hell looking for some information. Trying to find those Valkyrie cams, call out those evil eyes. What a name, Hell.
So, NIP are set up. They want to put the extra round on the board, making sure that they get at least a point out of it.
Located a bomb.
You want to push forward. Make sure that you get closer to Japan. That's really what it's all about here. We really want to hammer it into your minds if you're watching. Oh, Nitro Cell misses. That's unfortunate. NIP waste 1, and I'm not sure if that was Psycho that was running around with it, but maybe there was a Black Eye that was set inside a bedroom, but it just missed the call. Cyprus watching as one player, the mute, zoom here, Gohan, moved around to the top of the island, is still playing in statuary. And the wall will be opened into... What is it actually? Was a charge being used? No, okay, there we go. Here it is.
He's faking, trying to bait out the impact. But these impacts won't come out until the actual thermite charge is detonated. And he misses. A huge blunder there from Kamikaze. He does a little bit of damage to the thermite, but Cypress will take out Julio. Meanwhile, Psycho hit by an air jab on the Astro stairs, and this whole push is looking good for the attack. Suddenly, Elevate coming alive when it really matters. Only 3 people left for Nip, make that 2. Muzi and Psycho now not in great positions to retake this. Muzi's eaten a lot of damage as well. So as he attempts to push back in, he'll die to a single bullet, but he gets 1 at least. So no flawless round. Can't deny the plant. Psycho's gonna have to do something. This must have been called. Bathroom cover from the window. The vault in, IQ takes down Psycho, and Mighty onto Muzi and Elevate. A near flawless round as they attack onto Trophy, saying it's not over yet.
Oh, there we go. That's the skeleton key that we were talking about before.
Yep.
Don't underestimate the power of the skeleton key. And one thing I wanted to mention is when we were on the POV of the Valkyrie, she was running, I believe that was Psycho, was running a deployable shield and not Nitro Cell.
Who? Valkyrie?
Yep.
Man, I didn't even know that Valkyrie had a deployable shield. I've never seen anyone actually
Yeah, I know.
use not Valkyrie C4. It's like using anything other than C4 on Pulse.
Well, there you go. No, I saw it, I'm like, wait a second. I've never seen that before. But it is.
There it is, I guess. Something new. That happens.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
All right.
bombs.
Yeah, it must have been a mistake. Must have been.
I don't know if they, well, he had deployed the shield, but I didn't see where. So
Either way.
Attackers have
Yeah.
located bombs.
I guess doesn't matter at this point. Still, 5-3. Elevate are fighting back, even on their attacking side. They're bringing the singular heart breacher again, but NIP opt to play downstairs in kitchen and in dining.
Yeah,
Big
clearly.
part of it, holding top.
Yeah,
10 seconds to go.
clearly not comfortable with the trophy setup. No, wasn't working for them.
That's fair.
5
Yeah,
seconds
fair
left.
enough. That's their call. Well,
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Nitro cells are just so massive for this sort of defense as well. If you're playing in here, you can nitro everybody upstairs.
yeah.
Oh, and even the Muzi the Mozzie, bringing barbed wire. No nitro.
Gohan's doing that thing that we saw earlier. Suppressor, laser sight, pistol, and a shotgun. Or no, he's not running it. Sorry, I was mistaken. I was hearing the shotgun blasts, and I thought I'm missing.
No. Sexy Cake ran that, right, in the Liquid game?
Yeah, it was, I want to say it was Sexy Cake. Yeah, he was using it on Castle.
He played Castle, that's true.
He's using the 5.7. This Evil Eye is good because you can shoot through the drone hole and people often stand behind or next to it.
It's actually more difficult to spot than you think.
Well, it's not that it's difficult to spot. It's just that it's like you can shoot people through the drone hole when they stand in front of it. Get some free damage out.
Drones are not going to really be able to move in that often or that easily.
That too.
Just sniping them off. I think a lot of people kind of forget that Maestro Cams or Evil Eyes are meant to snipe drones.
Well, they're meant to do whatever you want to, I guess whatever you want to do with them, right? But they're good at, oh, that was clean from Psycho. Zion goes down and Gohan a C4 onto Cypress as well. So Nip suddenly in firm control of this round.
Yeah.
Very clean there again from Psycho.
In position, 2 great operators to be removed. Not sure if the Nomad deployed any utility. We saw Zion trying to deploy his traps just a bit ago when he was outside of the building, right by the bedroom window. But hey, I'm not sure if it really made it that far into the building itself. The buck didn't work from above, so that's something that Elevate could really rely on. Gohan, though, is waiting, and he's giving information to his teammates. There's Nitro Cell nearby, it can definitely help. And little Muzi coming up here behind the statuary. He can hold on to this position on his own, and he finds an easy kill on the IQ. Hellraiser shot down, left's downstairs, and it's getting pretty close to moving into A. He is indeed inside. You're not expecting anyone to come through there, but the Pulse will give out the information. Punch hole from Psycho as he gets the headshot on Lev. Beautiful kill so far from the Maestro in this round, and a flawless one. That is from NIP as Muzi collects the last. Nip collecting a point at least.
So yeah, match point as you said. And now it's likely we'll go to games, but trophy's also an option. Now the first 2 rounds, it looked like we were seeing the match play out in a way that nobody expected. Elevate was taking it up and getting some early rounds 1 and 2. We did see a third in the second half, but since we have, or for the most part, we have had Nip kind of start to, well, whittle this down. It looks like a lot of decisive rounds, especially the last one. We're getting pretty close to it being all over. This will be the last match for Latin America. Let me see. And, yeah. Of course, after Latin America, we do have North America. So if you want more esports, Rainbow
Attackers need to
Six,
locate and defuse
stick
bombs.
around. So far, these rounds have been kind of interesting. Elevate making a lot of mistakes, Nip making a lot of mistakes, but Nip doing a really good job of capitalizing on what their opponent does. And you really got to applaud them for that. Right now in the standings, if Ninjas of Pyjamas manage to win, then nothing will really change. But they will just put themselves more into their first place. They've got 19 points. Nobody's close enough to catch them right now. They win this, suddenly they're at 22. The second place team, FaZe, who lost their match today, is at 17. So right now, if Nip win this, they will be not only benefiting from their own victories, but from the lack of consistent victory from any other team. 22 points, and then you're second and 17. That is a large gap.
Yeah.
And Nip at this point are looking like a surefire bet for Tokonami.
Tokonami. Yes. Tokonami. I'm getting close to it. I still have to get my visa for it. So,
Oh yeah?
yeah,
I'm sure it'll work out.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So, Muzi on the roam here. He's got the Nitro Cell, so Maybe that was a fluke in the previous round and just selected by mistake. But hey, that's what they need now. Nitro cells are aplenty for NIP. And I'm not sure if Kamikaze is running Nitro as well. It would make a lot of sense. Unless, well, you wanna impact trick, right? So
I mean, you got your options, right? That's what makes one of the things that makes Kaid so versatile. You can bring multiple different, you can impacts or C4, and yeah, it's really useful. Forgot what I was gonna say. Something. Oh yeah, sometimes the game does just randomly change your gadget. Like sometimes it'll just yeah. I've had it where I've got C4 equipped on my pulse, and then suddenly it's whatever else he has.
is that after patch? Or?
No, it's just always been like that for years.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just something different.
Well, it happens.
It doesn't happen very often. It's very rare.
It happens.
Yeah.
Right? It's a piece of software, so.
Yeah.
Zion, here we go at 75%, taking a bit of damage on Elevate side, and Hellraiser coming in from below, but Kamikaze blasts Smitty to smithereens, just using his open holes on the floorboards to his advantage. Gohan with a couple of bullets, they'll find the head of Cypress. So, try to fire down into the ADS, and no, you're hitting
The bar.
yes.
Move a little bit to your left.
And here's the second, and it works.
Okay. He's not going to try for the ADS. They're not going to try to open the wall anymore. Well, they can't. They've used both of them. So 45 seconds, 5 versus 3 elevator basically done now. Even if the wall had been opened up, it would have been unlikely they would have been able to win off of it. We've seen that before. Nip lock it out despite that wall being open. Could be another one for Gohan. That's a second. And Muzi going on fire in the hallway. Not able to get a second himself. So no flawless round here. But from behind, Psycho comes up. And there you go. Ninjas in Pajamas take the match. Put themselves at 22 points. And Elevate stick at 1.
So, Elevate definitely did try in that game. You saw they put in the effort for it, but it's just not enough. You're playing against NIP. This is, you know, you're not playing against rookies. And whilst they were around, that Elevate clearly had a grasp on, they couldn't really pull it through for the entire match. The stats that you see are obviously after the rehost, so at around 5 and beyond. We played 10, so it's midway